We are live 364 days a year.
What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I've told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan. Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get sushi after Monday Night Raw?
What is up, wrestling fans? Good evening from Swansea. I'm Ben Allison. You are watching Wrestling Republic's daily broadcast, and we have a lot to get into and discuss today. It is going to be a jam-packed show, and out of the gate, I am not very happy with Clark at all. I also have a major announcement later on in the show, which we will get to. But before we do, as Zach says, happy chocolate pecan pie day. I mean, I didn't know there was a day for everything, but there seemingly is. We've also got Fernando saying happy hump day, WR crew. Happy hump day to you as well, Fernando. But also, happy Wednesday to Shad. I'll introduce you first, Shad, because I'm going to go at Clark in a second. But how are you?
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Shad Talks Craps, and I am back with another installment of the Wrestling Republic Daily Broadcast. 968, bro. I'm counting these days. I have to be on 1,000, Ben. It's non-negotiable. Let's get it.
Absolutely. But also joining us today, we have a man who might have had the worst opinion in the history of opinions, or at least in wrestling opinions. Maybe I won't use the big blanket statement, but definitely the worst wrestling opinion ever, when on Sunday's show, he tier ranked along with Ignacio, and I expect it from Ignacio, to be honest. I'm not too bothered about that one, but he tier ranked Blake Monroe as a jobber. Blake Monroe, one of the most talented women's wrestlers on the planet, somebody who did fantastic work in All Elite Wrestling, has joined NXT and so far has been nothing but great in NXT. Dare I say, actually, one of the only highlights of NXT television at the minute. Her and Jobber don't go in the same sentence. Plus, she's an Arsenal fan. Added points. Clark, you are supposedly also an Arsenal fan. I mean, what on earth is this diabolical opinion?
Well, I'll say this. Thank you for having me on today's show. Unlike certain media sites this week, it does say my name in the graphic, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Somebody didn't quote his name. He's not happy
really
about
good
it.
for me. I will say this, though.
He didn't quote my name either.
You know, I looked up Blake Monroe's record in AEW, and it happens to be 0-0.
Oh, here
Blake
we go.
Monroe never wrestled a match in AEW, and she does oddly look like Mariah May, but for a hot new upstart, I just don't see her beyond being a jobber right this second. You know, she's a hot new upstart rookie. Yes, she looks like the very successful, well-resumed Mariah May, but obviously we're talking about two different people here. I expect potentially, you know, this weekend, it's Forbidden Door, the hottest free agent in women's wrestling, Mariah May, might show back up in AEW.
Oh my gosh.
But
They're the
as far
same
as I'm
person.
concerned, no,
Blake Monroe is Mariah May, Clark.
no, you're wrong. That's
Okay.
that's where you're wrong.
Okay, if
Look,
Mariah
tell
May
me what
was
Blake
on that
Monroe's
list,
record
where
was
would you
with
rank
AEW.
her? Where
What
would you
was
rank
Blake-
Mariah May?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's main eventer.
Well,
Mariah
there
May's a
we
main
are.
eventer. That's a no-brainer.
That's what
But
you
I
should have said
mean-
to Blake Monroe, because they are the same person.
No. That's wrong. Blake Monroe's a hot new upstart. We just discovered her in NXT. She's only had 2 matches so far. She's brand new. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
you know what?
She looks
Screw
just
it.
like Mariah May, but
Let's
Mariah
just
May's not
for a
Tony.
second, act like she is a different person. She is a new wrestler. She is completely separate to
Why
Mariah
do we
May,
have-
which she isn't.
why do we have
Let's
to
just
act
pretend
specific?
that. How on earth is somebody who's got 2 wins as high profile as Blake Monroe does in NXT going to be considered a jobber?
I just think
Okay,
it's-
Ben, I'm going to be honest with you. If we're doing that story, then she is definitely a average to below average superstar. Because last night, that promo exchange between her and Jordan Grace was AWFUL awful.
Okay, she's had one bad segment in the how many weeks she's been there.
What? Her first
Yeah,
segment was
one.
bad too.
The first one? No,
Not
that was
very good at all.
No, it wasn't. We were talking.
No, I
a lot of
mean,
people
don't
were
get me
talking
wrong. I
about
think she's got a lot of potential, but I mean, she's basically.
Oh
had
no,
2
sorry, it
matches,
did suck.
A few
It did
segments.
suck. Ignore me.
I'm just saying, man. It's she's she looks remarkably like Mariah May, who we knew was or we know is excellently talented. It's a shame we've been missing Mariah May for the last few months here.
Again, they're the same person.
We're
I mean, they are one and the same.
Stop trying to say that. It's not true.
It
Google
is.
Blake Monroe's record in AEW. It's 0-0. She's never had a match.
Actually, if you Google it, their cage matches are the same, so it actually will be.
I think
it will actually come up with it.
Are you using Ask Jeeves again, Ben? Chill out.
Oh my gosh, Fernando now is on your side too. He's saying Clark always tells the truth. You have started another conspiracy theory. First, it was that Cody Rhodes is a lizard. Now it's Blake Monroe isn't Mariah May.
That's not the same person. Why would they have 2 different names?
I don't know.
See?
I
Even you
complained about
don't
that
know.
weeks ago.
How
I
could it be the
complained
same
about that
person if
weeks
they
ago.
have 2 different names? There was no
Podcast Griff, shout out to
There was
you.
no filing for a second name. There was no, you'd see that in court if there was a legitimate name change. And all of a sudden we have this Blake Monroe basically cosplaying Mariah May out there, and just it is what it is, Ben.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
You
There's no
do
getting
you see what I
through
have
to
to
him.
go through every Tuesday? Off
Yeah.
the air?
I don't.
Despicable.
I want to know some more backstory on Blake Monroe. I don't know where we found her or where she came from. I do think she's got talent down the road, but for right now, jobber for sure.
I like
She's
her.
not a job. Oh,
I really like her entrance though.
exactly. Jobbers don't have entrances that
That's
good.
what I mean, though. I think for a jobber, the entrance is off the charts.
So she's not a jobber then.
I mean,
No, for a jobber.
Gangrel was a jobber, and he had a pretty cool entrance.
Exactly.
There's an exception to
We've
every
had tons
rule.
of them. We've had tons of them. It would just, it'd be really cool someday if she can work her way up to see Blake Monroe versus Mariah May in the ring. I'd be all over that.
Oh, of course you would. Keep playing that on your WWE 2K video game,
I think
Clark.
it'd be a heck of a matchup. They both have similar movesets, similar looks. It would just be back and forth.
But up next, let's talk about CM Punk and All Elite Wrestling, because 4 years ago today, he showed up, he returned to wrestling, one of the greatest ovations I have ever heard in professional wrestling. There were fans crying in the crowd. What a moment, easily a top 5 moment in AEW history for me. I absolutely loved it. But the question, which I am going to pose to both of you guys, is did CM Punk help or hurt AEW more? Now, obviously, he did do both of those things in different ways throughout his time, but when you're talking about overall, which one did he do more? Clark, what's your take?
He helped him at the lowest moment in AEW history, which was the time in which he left and WWE was at their hottest, telling the Cody Rhodes story. They flipped the script. They started stealing the guys, and we got excited about that for a second. Guess who we still had to talk about because of CM Punk? AEW. He kept him in the lexicon when he moved over to WWE. He helped it more than he hurt it. He didn't leave it better than he found it. He left it about the same, but he helped it better than he hurt it.
Actually, honestly, a really good perspective on that, and one which to be honest with you, Clark, again, I hate agreeing with you, but I'm going to agree with you. I mean, my thoughts are pretty much the exact same, but what about you, Shad?
Look, man, I found a Facebook memory. I literally posted Cult of Personality.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy. I think he helped the product, and he helped the company by a lot. I know the bitter taste of how he left is what a lot of people speak about, and also the standpoint that he's absolutely killing it in the WWE, and that was a big deal. But that's not a WWE and AEW thing. That is a CM Punk thing, and that's just the nature of his star power. And say what you want to say, he made his return back to WWE. He made his return back to professional wrestling. coming back to AEW. That episode of Rampage was an absolute like stellar moment in pro wrestling history. The place was packed. The crowd was erupting in Chicago. They like it's one of those situations where we knew he was returning and they booked it so close by the name, and everyone was still surprised and excited throughout it all. And I think CM Punk's time in AEW brought a lot more eyes to the product. It made them really feel like a alternative to the WWE, but an alternative to a standpoint about a lot what CM Punk was talking about before he left the WWE and why he left the WWE. So like I feel like he did in a way bring a sense of like real fan, like a different fan base to their product. And yeah, the ending was rocky. There was a lot of drama that may happen, but I don't think it's one of those situations where like as soon as Punk dipped, the company is done and dead in the water. They just had to change up the identity a little bit. Even if they had to do that, to be honest with you, like it is more petty drama by that. But I think it's more of a help. I don't think AEW is harmed by it by any way. Like if you want to say one thing is harm, okay, he went back to the WWE and he's become a big deal over there. But that's part of the game. I mean, we're going to see stuff like this happen on either side all the time. AEW has edge, right? You know, nobody expected him to leave. He came to AEW, so that's just part of the nature of the game. And I think throughout it all, I think it was more of a positive than a negative.
Yeah, again, I completely do agree. I mean, it's one of those things where do I think he increased the amount of tribalism towards AEW after he left? Yes, I definitely think that. But more people, and a lot more people, know the letters AEW because of him.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, you know, that helps the company overall. It does. I mean, Jinder Mahal did an interview yesterday with TMZ where he was asked about Tony Khan's tweet about him. And during that, he said, well, I actually think it was good that he tweeted that. Why? Well, because it got people to talk about Jinder Mahal. It got people to talk about Jinder Mahal versus Seth Rollins. It got people to talk about WWE. But it also got people to talk about Hook. It also got people to talk about Hook versus Samoa Joe. And it also got people to talk about AEW. In this case, it's a similar thing.
It created collision. I mean, look at it this way. It's the same exact CM Punk in AEW and WWE. Which one has he had a deeper impact on? The WWE, the wheels were already spinning. Everything was already good. He just added to something that was already wheeling downhill. But it is the exact same CM Punk in both. CM Punk had different impacts on both. He had an opportunity to have a greater impact on AEW. He had a greater impact on AEW, whether positive or negative, but he had one. No doubt. Like you said, Hook, all of that, the eyeballs, all of it. It is what it is.
I wouldn't say it's the same CM Punk. I think MJ. No. I'm not seeing it in a derogatory way. It's a bit of a PG Punk in the WWE. Let's be real. Like he's not as cutting edge in the WWE as he was in AEW. I think the character and what the like Punk's promos in AEW were so reminiscent of like stuff he was cutting back when he was in WWE. Just a lot more like just nitty gritty, personal. Like man, him and MJF, man, like that is such a legendary feud in AEW because it's just the most authenticity that you have. You have basically Danielson versus Miyagi in a sense of like characters very different, but just straight like slick tongue, like just cutting promos off the whim, gonna make you, and you loved it. You had to watch a promo battle.
They went 18 minutes.
Yeah. It was honestly incredible. It's top 5 promo battles ever.
Yeah, where we have here, I will say, I think Punk has been doing phenomenal in the WWE. I think his feud with Drew and Seth has been great. Everything with Roman and Heyman, but it's not the same guy. Like I don't get excited to see Punk promos that often on the Raw. Like I'll be real with you.
I would agree.
There's some of them that are pretty decent, but like some of the time he's gonna be telling us, "Oh, Lyman, I'm in Philadelphia." And
it's great to be alive in insert name of city.
May I read a quick comment?
Just like the Flyers. Hockey.
This is my favorite
Go
one
for
yet.
it, Clark.
This podcast grifter really doesn't get the gimmick when it comes to Blake Monroe, obviously, but he just said he just added curse words in AEW. Didn't Cody Rhodes do the same thing in
Well, he did.
WWE?
But it's because it's a different
Didn't
age.
he say
That's
the F
why.
word?
You want to
Didn't
talk
he
about
say the
curse
F word?
words? You want to talk about curse
Wasn't
words?
that him?
Yeah.
Dude,
It
it's the
was him.
same thing with Blake Monroe and Mariah May. Her promos in
Two different
NXT is
people.
completely different than what it is. You.
Well, but to be fair, guys, I'm not being funny, but I don't think we can blame this on the talent when one product is TV 14, one is TV PG or TV unrated.
I'm not blaming the talent. I completely agree with you on that standpoint. But that's PG Punk is not a derogatory term. It's he's in a PG atmosphere.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
do you remember
That's
the
true.
BBC in your very country, Ben, booked Rage
Mhm.
Against the Machine and said, please don't curse. And guess what they did? Gave you guys 30 minutes of dead TV. They had to literally take it off the television.
hey Ben, there is one word that
They had to take it off the TV.
WWE they will spam the hell out of the B word for women's promos. That word.
Oh, they love it.
Spam the hell out of that one.
It's like me saying right. It's just automatic. It's just in the vocabulary. Don't know what to say. B word. That's how it comes across. But Fernando says Punk has caused drama everywhere he's been, especially back in WWE back in the day. It is true, and this is what I said a couple of weeks ago when we spoke about Punk as well. I think both AEW and Punk needed that situation to happen because I think AEW as a company learned so much about what not to do and how to deal with situations from having to deal with that situation. And you know, at some point they were going to have to deal with it. It just sucks it was with CM Punk. But meanwhile, CM Punk, I think, learned a lot himself during that run that he hadn't before. And he kind of matured a little bit following it. Because let's not act like, let's not act like that press conference wasn't the most embarrassing thing you've ever seen from Punk.
Oh, it's brutal.
There's more policing for him now in WWE. Like, respect to Tony Khan. I think he's a phenomenal guy. And I think the issue is that he didn't police him enough while he was there, and the camaraderie to people that he honestly should be loyal to in a sense with the Young Bucks, with Kenny Omega, with a person like Adam Hangman Page. They kind of felt like, nah, man, like that's not cool. This dude is, in a sense, I get it, he's CM Punk, but they look at it, it's kind of like an outsider coming in, and then just kind of doing what he want to do when stuff is kind of done in a certain way. Not to anyone's fault. That's just how personalities, especially when you in a combat sport, right? You feel like you should be at the best, and that should always be what it is. But personalities are gonna clash in ways like that. So it is what it is. But I feel like WWE, they're just policing it a little bit better for them.
To your point, I think it's interesting. Like some people function really well being a big fish in a small pond. And that's realistically what CM Punk was at AEW at the time, right? He was the biggest fish. Everyone had to respect him, and that's probably what he assumed.
Yeah.
At least in WWE, right? He's got more room to swim, if we're going to go with the pond analogy, right? It's a bigger aquarium. So he's got more room to swim around, and he's going to run into less trouble. I think it is a better fit. But to Ben's point earlier, I and yours, Shadi, I agree. Like, it isn't one of those like, oh, he's a different Punk, he's completely changed. It's just a better fit. It doesn't mean he didn't do well for AEW. Multiple things can be true at once here. And he can absolutely have boosted AEW. AEW can have learned from it given that run. I just think it's such a shocking thing in today's modern wrestling era to see somebody of that caliber. It was shocking when he left WWE. We always bring that up. He took his ball and went home.
That's true.
It was shocking then. And so, like, it is interesting. It's like there's a bit of a pattern there. I don't see it happening in WWE anytime soon, but it was shocking.
I've just seen the best comment ever. DCX Warlord. He helped Jack Perry finally get a push. Pun intended.
Yes.
That's absolutely great. And yeah, he does have an authority issue. I agree with Roundhead
I mean,
as
that
well.
would be
I
implied
think,
in the name, right? Isn't that what punk rock
yeah,
is?
that's true. That's true.
F the authority, speaking of cursing.
But to your point about the pond analogy, Clark, I think part of it is too, he made a very, very big splash, a huge splash. The pond almost emptied, it was such a big splash. But when the waters calmed down, I actually think he slightly over-exaggerated or over-assumed how big of a fish he was. And I think that was part of the issue too.
I think so too, for sure. Donnie just cracked me up. I'm sorry.
I don't know,
What's
man.
Clark wrong about now? It's a new
We
thing
missed
every
I'm
segment.
right about this segment. The first segment, you can say that.
It's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one, honestly. But I mean, regardless of what it is, like I think both companies have the best was made for him to leave, right? And how he's handling within his career. Like I see this is the thing, man. I think a lot of people get caught up in the whole they feel like they're employed by a company when the funny thing is y'all dishing out money to them. So you feel like, but I mean, hey man, maybe some of these people bought stocks into WWE. I don't know.
I have no idea, honestly. Some of these hate comments are incredible, but we have an exciting announcement, guys, because debuting September 1st, we have an all-new podcast here at Wrestling Republic. It is going to be me, it is going to be Clark, and it is going to be Shad. It is going to be us three, and it will be every Monday. It will be uploaded to YouTube, and it will be called the Wrestling Republic Podcast. It is going to be basically a show where it's all the best of Wrestling Republic. If, for example, some people could only watch one Wrestling Republic show per week, this is an opportunity for them to watch it and then to hopefully bite into the daily broadcast and watch that as well. The daily broadcast will stay the only live flagship show we do, but the Wrestling Republic podcast will be pre-recorded. Us three every week, bringing one hot take each, plus talking about the biggest news story in professional wrestling, and then in the final segment, discussing our faction of the week. Something we've been talking about for a while, Clark, isn't it?
It is. I'm super excited about this one. And we got the right crew. We got everything. Mondays, it's This Week in Wrestling, essentially. That's not the official name, but that's what I like to call it because you're going to get the best of the best. Some hot takes, maybe even some cold ones. That's up to you to decide. But we're going to get after it. And of course, we got Yumi and Shadi. It's going to be a blast.
It absolutely will be. I do have to say, I hope the takes are hot, not cold. I mean, that'd be a bit of a flop.
That's not for us to decide.
Yeah,
I'm just giving takes. You decide whether you microwave them or you freeze them.
That is true. How are you feeling about it?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. Episode 1, we're gonna make Blake Monroe and Mariah May take a DNA test to see if they very well are the same person. But no funny business. I'm excited for it, man. I have been it just lets us kind of talk in more of a free range. It lets us, keep y'all entertained. And yeah, man, there has been a lot of people who have been asking for this, specifically to myself, Clark. Like, we've gotten so many private messages by people. So we're super excited to answer the fans, give y'all what y'all been waiting for, and you're not going to want to miss it. Me and Clark might, yell at each other. Me and Ben might yell at each other, but it's all love for the game.
It is definitely going to be a very fiery show. At times, it is going to be very fun as well. DCX Warlord saying my prayers have been answered. And Donnie says, when I have Blake on my show, I'm going to have
tell Blake I'm going to call
Mariah
May. I'm going to call Mariah May and prove it.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you right now, watch this. I'm going to call Mariah May and I'm going to prove it.
You ever
watch this? You tell Blake to be ready.
Ben, you ever watch the interview she had on Barstools and she had the dude on his words? That's gonna be Clark.
No, dude, I'm gonna bring in Mariah May. I'm gonna prove it to the world. Mariah May will be on that program.
He'll bring roses for her.
I always do forget, by the way, that I used to be like, I know I mentioned this quite a bit, but I forget it all the time. I used to talk to her on almost a daily basis. Like
Mariah
3
May, I
years
know
ago.
exactly, and she's disappeared. It's the hottest free agent in wrestling, and we all know it. I know, dude. It's more
She's
proof.
certainly ghosted from those group chats, I'll tell you that much.
Clark about to put a missing persons.
Telling you right now, Donnie, I dare you to bring Blake Monroe, because watch me show up with Mariah May. Prove to the world.
God. Shiva wants to ask, Shiva DFT, will Penta win the World Championship one day? I certainly hope so. But right now, let's talk about a promotion which Penta was previously involved with. Let's talk about AAA, because now WWE and AAA are one. It is a brand under WWE. Triple H described Triple Mania. Flipping heck, I actually didn't put that together. It's a match made in heaven, isn't it? Triple H, Triple Mania. But he said that was day one of the partnership. Going forward, they are now together as one entity. But he also revealed that The Undertaker is now going to be a big part of the promotion as well. He's been helping out a lot. So I'm guessing Triple H's main roster, HBK NXT, and The Undertaker with AAA. But Shad, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on all of this? Same as the Punk question earlier. Will this hurt AAA or will it help it?
Oh my goodness, this is a very twofold question. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I have it's how you honestly view it. To be completely honest, is it going to benefit AAA? Yes, it's gonna in a landscape where more viewership might come into it, more eyes, more exposure to other cross promotions of avenues for sponsors. An opportunity to expand the roster that's tied to the WWE. We saw people like Omos, got to see Otis, you got to see Los Garza, the Judgment Day. Like, a lot of that is very positive to the promotion. But if you're talking about the identity of what AAA has always been, and you're talking about like the rare essence of what Lucha Libre is, a lot of the people might say, this isn't what we signed up for. This is a bit of a hamper towards it. And I might lean towards that side, Ben, because if you were going to convince me that Mark Calloway, The Undertaker, is going to step into a Mexican promotion for Lucha Libre, and he is going to offer you some amazing, like, introspective vision that is going to progress this company on that standpoint, yeah, good luck with that. I mean, good luck with that. They might have to grow a bunch of giant Gonzaleses on that company for that to work, to be real with you. It's not moving me like that, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I think them buying it brings more eyes, and I definitely enjoyed a lot of what I saw from the show this past Saturday. But you could also see that they're giving you a little bit what they like, but it's going to continue to move towards that WWE side. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes more of a situation where, like, you see a lot more WWE people be tied to it. And I don't know. I would have to be more of a AAA fan to give you a standpoint, just because I don't watch it too much. But I know a lot of people have been saying that they're a little concerned. They feel like the identity of it is going to be lost in the shuffle. So, it is an area of concern. I don't think it's like to the point where we saw like ROH and AEW just yet, but who knows, man, things could change. So it's going to be interesting to say the very least.
This is what I will say on the matter, and I think perhaps in the intro too, I probably should have clarified this, but I do still think, I think it is official, Conan is still heavily involved, right? So I presume it's going to be Conan working alongside someone such as an Undertaker or something like that, and I do share some of your concerns, but at the same time, I've seen quite a few people in the IWC this week saying, oh, they're making AAA a joke and all this, they're doing all this comedy stuff. I mean, these people haven't seen a single AAA show in their entire lives if they think that's not normal. I mean, it's always comedy.
I have
Yeah.
one thing that I want to add, and I think
Go
it's
for it.
positive for AAA in general to have this financial backing. I think it's huge,
Mm.
and it's a huge opportunity. But if they take the Lucha Libre aspect out of it, and they try to make it WWE light in Mexico, and they change the product, then it will just leave space for another promotion to do what AAA is capable of with less money and entertain fans that are craving that. So you have to strike a balance here. I think it's kind of a litmus test. I'm not 100% sure either way,
I do
but I
think
don't think changing the ethos, the heart and soul of the product is the answer. Adding money may be the answer.
Yeah. I think even like someone like Rey Mysterio, obviously coming towards the end of his career, like I think he would be a phenomenal person to add into that room, just the fact that people respect him and whatnot. And like y'all mentioned, I mean, here's the thing: WWE has a very incredible roster of lucha stars. I mean, we got Dragon Lee, you got the Lucha Brothers, you got Andrade. Like they got a crazy Axiom. Like there's a lot of great dudes. So I like, you know what? I don't know. I won't say it's gonna harm it. I think it's gonna. I'll say it's gonna be more of a benefit just because of a lot of what y'all were saying, the financial backing of it, and it's gonna bring more eyes to it. I love the fact that it's on YouTube, free to watch, because
Yeah.
I'll watch it all the time. Like when they have shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's always going to be that way or if they will get a TV deal, but for
I gotta
now,
say,
I mean, it looks very good.
I have to say something about this. I'm sorry, Plug. This might be the silliest comment I've ever seen. Did anyone see Nacho Libre? Come on now, IWC. Please, I love Jack Black. That's a comedy movie, and that's just so knock that off. No way. Stop it. Stop it.
That's a pretty.
I actually haven't seen it. I have no idea what we're talking
It
about.
made my skin crawl when I saw the comment.
It's a comedy film, bro. It's literally
they're making fun of
that's-
Lucha Libre, and
Yeah,
it's a
man.
funny film,
Okay.
but it's a joke. Stop
But it
it.
has always been a lot of, yeah, that always has been a lot of comedy in the undercard of AAA.
Trust me, if you've seen the movie, the comment lands a lot different.
Okay, all right, okay. We got a scoop from Donnie De Silva saying Conan is working with Jeremy Borash.
Yeah, no,
Jeremy
Jeremy,
Borash,
that's another good
that
name.
they mentioned he's the producer for that too, for sure.
Well, remember,
And
he
yeah, I
was-
mean the
he was-
YouTube approach is working well for them right now. It's earning them a
Yes.
lot of money
absolutely.
because they just put it on the highest ad feature, so it's
Banana
just
balls are-
tons.
Monster shout out Banana Ball.
What is Banana Ball?
Honestly, it's fascinating. I'll explain that after the show.
All right. But T6 Warlord says bring back Hornswoggle so we can get Hornswoggle versus Micro Man. Book it, Triple H, or book it, Mark Calloway. But last but certainly
If it's
not
Mike,
least,
you book it too.
if
Could be
someone
his-
called Mike Calloway's
another Mike.
involved.
It's like a cousin.
But up next, guys, let's create a Mount Rushmore. If you guys didn't see the show last Wednesday, it's what we're doing most Wednesdays now. We're going to create Mount Rushmores of things. It's like a snake draft, so we all go in a different order, but, and this is very crucial, we obviously cannot take the same picks, right? Order is going to be me, Clark, then Shard. So let's get into it. We are creating a Mount Rushmore of the best spears. I'll go first and take Bron Breakker.
Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and take.
No. Well, I need to put you on the big screen. I was waiting for some feedback on mine first.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker. That seems like a
No,
logical pick. It's just really current. Sorry, I wasn't that excited about that one. I just really wanted to get the one that Donnie's about to disqualify.
Okay,
before
get into
anyone
it.
could. Give me Goldberg. Are you kidding me? The guy's the first one to really do it. He's knocked a bunch of people out of their shoes. Donnie doesn't like it. It's not a pro wrestling move. Whatever, dude. It's a pro wrestling move. He did it in pro wrestling like 173 times in a row.
Why isn't it a pro wrestling move?
I don't know. That's what Donnie says, not me. I think it's a pro wrestling move, and I think it's a spear, and I think it's the original spear. So I'm taking the original spear. So take that, Donnie.
Great shout. What about you, Shard?
On this day, I see clearly. I'm going with Edge. Come on, man. So many iconic spears that he has done. You got to go with Edge. I am going with him.
I don't. I think he's got the worst. No, he's not. It's not Jey Uso bad, but I think he's got one of the worst spears.
Well, he has the most effective spear.
He just
though,
half
if you
hugs
think about
them.
it. Stop it, Ben. You stop where you're talking about here when it comes to Edge's spear. I'm going to defend Shot on this.
Yeah.
First off, first Money in the Bank cash in spears. The effectiveness of Edge's spear lands him on a Rushmore. It's fair. I agree with Shot.
Just
'cause
half
it was my
hugs them.
next pick. It was my next pick, and
Come
you were going to
on.
have to argue with
We're
me.
going on the content. His spear is iconic. You know a spear because he does it. Like
It's not necessarily
No,
all
the
about delivery.
iconic
It's about
part
effectiveness.
It's that
This
part
is
when he does that.
No.
That's
So many
the cool part.
And that's all of it.
young boy just wanted to go with Braun Breaker. It's all good, man.
Yeah, you got
Well,
Braun
Braun
Breaker. I don't
Breaker's
even-
got the fastest, most athletic.
Are there
it's
even
just perfect.
Are there even 12 good spears? I'm gonna run out of them.
I've got 12 good ones. Edge was 12.
Wow. Okay.
I'll take Rhino. Honestly, the way he follows through with that spear as well. I mean,
That's a
that
gore,
for me
dude.
has to be up there.
God.
Totally
What?
different move. That's a
Well, no,
gore.
it is a spear. It is a spear.
I wouldn't count it.
Oh my gosh. Right, what are you counting then?
Give me Roman Reigns.
Oh.
I'll take Roman Reigns with my second pick, spears wise. Because guess what? It's effective. He's won numerous championships with it, and usually they don't kick out.
Yeah, that is actually a good point, to be fair. I'm going to be completely honest with you, Clark. I actually had Roman Reigns second. I just blanked and went to my third choice for whatever reason. So, great shout. Can't argue with it. What about you, Shad?
I'm going with Dave Bautista, man. I think Dave Bautista had a very strong, great looking spear. DC native. Let me get Bautista.
You know what? That is a fantastic pick. I can't disagree with that at all. Up next, I'm going to take another one which is pretty similar to Rhino's. I'm going to take Moose. The way he literally rolls out of that spear, I mean, that is unreal. What's that reaction for, Clark?
Because I'm running out of spears. I was hoping to get Moose next.
Right. I thought you were just like disagreeing with it. Like,
my spear, my spear satchel was running out.
Do you know what? I actually watched in preparation for this topic a compilation of 30 spears. So I saw a lot of spears. I analyzed them.
30 spears?
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you one more. Give me Bobby Lashley. He maybe does a flip, but I don't care. He hurts people. I hurt people. Give me Bobby Lashley. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, and it's still a spear.
Fair enough. I think you're going to have to pick another one as well. You might have to go to Jey Uso if you're not careful. What about you, Shad?
That's what I was afraid of.
Come here. I'm picking a spear from someone that I named after my cat. Give me Kyrie Sane.
Wow. Wild shout. But she does have one. And she likes to hit it on two people as well. I didn't think she was coming up, but that is a great shout. No doubt about that.
I got to make the people online mad, so let's go.
Up next, I'm going for a bit of a wild card here. I'm going to go with Mil Muertes from Lucha Underground. This man, I mean, when he speared people, they would move back like 10 feet. It is actually one of the craziest spears, I think. So I'm going on a hard line there, and I'm taking that. What about you, Clark?
I made a decision. I'm just going to make the whole internet mad. Just give me Charlotte Flair for my last spear. I just made an executive decision. I'm not taking Jey Uso's spear. I'll take Charlotte Flair. It was good while it lasted. Short period of time. But you go back, you watch the tape, it's a clean spear.
To be fair, it's not on the Mount Rushmore, but it's not an awful shout. It's better than Jey Uso's. I'll give you that one.
That's a good
What's
spear.
your last pick, Shad?
Well, my last pick, I think I am going to go with Big E. I thought Big E always had a very good spear, too. So, football background, just like Braun Breaker, he really lays it in. So, yeah, let me get Big E.
And it was dangerous, too. He'd hit it off through the ropes.
Off the ropes, yeah.
I can't believe it was allowed for as long as it was allowed, to be brutally honest. I mean, it was an accident waiting to happen, but suddenly didn't happen. It wasn't the spear which did anything.
I was thinking about picking Ricky Starks to piss off Clark.
I was thinking about doing it just to make everyone else mad.
Guys, have we done 4 picks each?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
All the way to
Yeah.
South Dakota.
Can I not count? No, I can count.
And
Who's
Tokyo.
the ones which... Oh, Kyrie. Kyrie was the one. Yeah, Ricky Saints would have been literally my next pick.
There you go. Hey,
That was
look
number
at Donnie.
11 for me.
I finally got
Charlotte
Donnie to agree.
Spears.
Yeah, it's solid.
Her spear is
Yeah.
good. I think we
It's a good spear.
I think we all picked good
It's
picks.
solid. It's not as bad as it,
Dude,
it
I
could have been.
I felt like
but-
Robin Hood. I was running out of spears.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I mean, Jey Uso's my guy, but I was not gonna pick his spear. His spear,
No.
it's pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. But he can yeet.
He's got other good moves.
He gotta
He
like
can yeet, that's
spear.
all he
gotta
needs.
like spear into a yeet.
Oh, that needs to be it. Yeah, it needs to be like the
The
that
yeet
of Edge
spear.
when it said yeet.
Like he goes midair and like, like a
He yeets into the spear.
yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna
that
like
would be
throw the
absolute
hands
gold.
back.
Yeah. No, the guy said Ricky Saints' spear is better than Ricky Stark's podcast gifter.
No. Wow.
Nah, Ricky's spear is nice. He got a nice
It
spear,
is.
to be honest
I
with
have
you.
this weird feeling Podcast Grifter Podcast doesn't like AEW. I'm starting to just after
No,
today's
he
show.
does. He's doing
Starting
your
to-
gimmick, Clark. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, they are two
Another
different
one-
people too.
Another one you could have had was the slingshot spear by Johnny Gargano. Not on my Mount Rushmore.
Kobe's
but
not on
it's
this
a
show.
good option.
Yeah, DC Warlord has
Kobe's
a good.
favorite.
He's got a
Christian
good Mount
Cage.
Rushmore. Braun Breaker, Rhino, Johnny Gargano's slingshot spear is a good shout.
Christian.
I
That
just
is
said
pretty
that.
good.
That's what Ben just said. Why would
Oh,
you
yeah.
give
And you just
DCX
completely
credit and not
disregarded
Ben?
the comment. It was just dead reply.
I'd take
Did
Christian.
you show it? My bad. I ain't either.
No, I didn't show it. I just said another one you could have had was Johnny Gargano slingshot
Yeah.
spear. Clark just went off on me for it. And Tony DeSilva
No, I
said,
just said
what's
that's
Jay's
Kobe's
spear from
favorite spear.
this week? It was a 10. He has some good ones. He actually does have some good ones, especially in his tag matches too. Like back in the day in with the Usos and stuff, on the few occasions he hit a spear, it was really good. But it's because he's been getting cast from doing all the yeets that he's just in ring. He's not the same guy at the minute. But that does bring us, guys, to the end of the Mount Rushmore. I had to apologize because I completely botched it. It was not a snake draft in any way, shape, or form. It was just a
You
normal
just
draft.
did it in classic order.
Yeah, I mean,
Threw me for
sometimes
a
you got to
loop.
run back the classics, isn't it? Really.
I know, man. I was ready for the back and back.
Three-person draft. I think that's actually fair. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
Anyway, guys, on that note, it brings us to the end of the show. Thank you guys so much for being in the comments throughout. We really do appreciate it. We will be back the same time, same place tomorrow. Shout out to Shiva_DFT over on Instagram for the compliment on the show as well. Thank you to Clark. Thank you to Shad. And if you guys want to see more of us together, Wrestling Republic podcast, September 1st on the Wrestling Republic YouTube. Make sure to check it out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.